With less than 2 weeks to go for the start of cricket's biggest carnival in Australia, we take you down the memory lane. Man of the series of the 2011 World Cup, Yuvraj Singh shares his memories of his performance and the battle with cancer during the cup that mattered.
Of course, your book is, details what everything you went through, and you barely slept through the World Cup. Isn't that right? You had trouble sleeping throughout the World Cup.
Still do.
And before the final match, you had to resort to sleeping pills.
Well, it wasn't. I don't know what to say. I remember having sleeping issues, and I was having neck issues, and I told my physio, I said, as a physio, my body is in a bad shape, but all I want is the World Cup tomorrow. I don't care what happens. Like, India has to win the World Cup. It's been like 10, 11 years playing. It's the third World Cup, lost in the final. I said, I don't care if God takes my life. I just want the World Cup. So it was just a saying. It was just a desperation to win the World Cup. Because as a young cricketer, when you're growing up, you see all the great players around the world winning World Cups for their country. And for the next 4 years, they're stated as world champions. And being a world champion, I can't really explain what that means. That is, I think that's the highest honor, for a cricketer or for a sportsman to be. So, being the world champion that's what I really wanted to achieve that the next day.
This tournament is like would you say it was the best and the worst of your life all happening at the same time? The best on the field, India's winning the World Cup, it's at home, and at the end of it, at the same time, perhaps the rudest shock that life can give you.
Yeah, I guess, when you're winning the World Cup was the biggest high. It was like you standing on the tallest mountain of the world and suddenly you fall down in a ditch. So it was the biggest high and the biggest low. I can't really explain it, but at least, there was some motivation to come back from it. And, that's life, I guess. Things can happen, things can change for anyone at any time, and it's a hard pill to accept, but you got to be thankful to Almighty that, you're living again and you're breathing nicely. So, yeah, that's as I said, it's a hard one to swallow, but you got to be positive in life and move forward.